Everyone, this is Effort Effects. Today we're going to be covering how to name your book babies. The plan. Before you begin writing down any sets of names, you should already have your character sheets already prepared, as well as plot and character arcs if they're going to change the character. I've seen people that have named a character appropriately at the start, say a young girl who's quite timid and she turns into like some epic warrior. You're going to need to take into account certain changes that are going to happen so you don't misname the character, so you sort of write yourself into a corner later on. You can't name a character you don't know, so if you want a proper name, you've got to be properly prepared beforehand. Getting a list of names. Once we've got our preparation complete, we've got to figure out names. At this point, I get a Word document open on the right hand side of my monitor, and then I go make a list from a kind of strange source, baby name sites. This is kind of a writer's best friend, so you can just look through and see hundreds and hundreds of names. So just Google baby boy, baby girl, or baby names. Go through multiple of the sites until you find one with lots of options. My personal favorite's Babbel, like seen below. While being advertised nappy, scroll through the sites and simply choose as many candidates as you see fit that would appropriately fit your character in some form. The same goes for names from other times, eras, or anywhere else. Just Google the time and country your character comes from and you can find a regional name. Character settings, where and when. Where and when are two of the most important factors when picking a name. These factors will impact all future choices for the rest of the guide if you're writing something that is a little bit different than just modern day, regular setting, no fantasy, no sci-fi, no anything. Thankfully, it's pretty simple. The lists below are pretty self-explanatory. Victorian, pick a Victorian name. If it's a distant future, you can make it up. Same with where. If it's an Indian character, pick an Indian name. If it's an American name, you can go typically American, European, or multicultural because it's a multicultural society. Eldera. So I've made this fake fantasy country or city up. Just be creative. You can make whatever you want. And same with an alien planet. Depends on the setting. Just use your common sense and it will lead you in the right direction. Name variants. Names that are too similar can just be confusing. The names in the red pretty much say it all. You'll have trouble getting to the end of either line. It can become difficult to differentiate characters if they're named similarly, so just be sort of cautious. Try to make us a little bit of variance if you can, and it'll just make characters seem like more individual entities rather than some names that are similar melding together and confusing the reader. Deeper meaning or double meanings. Creating a deeper meaning within your characters' names can be a fun experience and also could be a great treasure hunt for your readers with tons of little Easter eggs hidden between. In my work, I love doing these in obvious punny ways or with names with root meanings. So for my examples from my book, I've got Master Page. He's a very, very intelligent teacher, more academic oriented, so I called him Page. Really simple. It just helps correlate what he actually is. I've got Clay. He's a cyborg with only a human brain. To humanize him more, I named him Clay, which actually means mortal. Additionally, he changes on the flip of a switch, and as a character progresses quite a bit. This worked in with the material Clay, as he's also malleable. I won't say any more because I don't want to spoil my book, so his name in the end, to me, equates to mortal change. Hazelheart. So her power is to control people. It's pretty scary and it's got a lot of negative connotations, but she's a really pure-hearted character. So I felt this was an issue, so to fix her, I gave her a nice first name that made me think of growth and nature, Hazel. And then the second name, Heart, which sounds like, heart, our actual organ, which we all correlate with love and trust. Felix Hart. Hazel's twin brother is the comic relief of the book, so I tried to name him appropriately. The name Felix has a root meaning of happy, so his entire name broken down equates to Happy Heart. And I thought it was kind of nice. Just don't go mental on naming your characters in unique ways. For me, I did a little bit of this for myself because I enjoy doing it, and the rest is for the reader to find out, or better yet, never know about. I'm a little biased, so I do believe if you can, you should do this, but I want to emphasize it's actually not important. It's just something some writers do or like to do. But if you're a regular person or not a weirdo like me, and you just want to name your character just Bill, it's absolutely fine. It's no problem. As long as they're written well, it's fine. This is just something you can do for fun, and it can add a little bit of depth to the book in your head or for some very, very, very detail-oriented readers. Appropriate fit. This is a question writers will always ask themselves, is the name right? But for me, it's common sense. It has to be in your gut. Just don't call your gritty marine Adrian. Call him Arnold so you can get to the chopper. Don't name your badass knife-wielding female assassin Emily or something nice like that, because it's just not going to fit. Just make sure you're using your common sense. Go through all the names, and when you feel the fit, you're going to just write it down and it's going to work. You're going to know within inside yourself if that fits your character. You have to remember, every character is a little fragment of your soul put upon the paper, and what we're going to want to do is name them from your heart as well. It's the only way it's going to work. Don't make your names too fake. It depends on what you're writing. In fantasy settings and sci-fi settings and just anything that has been created and it isn't based on our world, you can of course go a little bit more crazy. and put names that are a little bit on the nose. I do it personally, I'm guilty as sin, but just make sure you don't take the piss. See those 3 in the morning writer spurges you're going to be doing, and you write down the name Manly Man. Just know that's not the right name for that soldier. You're taking the piss. Tone it back down. Ask your friends and make sure that it sounds within the realm of possibility at least. Memorable characters. To wrap this up, just know that names are not the most important thing in the world. So if you're sitting here watching this video and panicking that you can't find the appropriate name, don't. The most important part of a character is the character themselves and how well they're written. No one else will remember or even care how much effort you put into naming a character. As long as you flush them out, you've done an amazing character arc, you've loved and give them as much energy as possible, and you've done the same for your world, and you've done the same for your writing, it won't matter. They'll still be loved and remembered, even with a super common name. Just remember, don't panic. This is a very small step. Just try and make a moderately appropriate name, and you'll be absolutely fine. And focus on actually writing the character, because that's the important part. And that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a nice little quick one. I've left out just one little aspect of this video. I didn't put in how to invent names. I'm going to be making a video for that a little bit later on because it's a little bit more detail orientated and I didn't want to put it into this general guide. But that's it for me, guys. Effort Effects out, and as always, guys, best of luck in writing the book.